Cody, you had mentioned earlier this week in an interview, I don't know when you did the interview, but there were certain aspects of production from other companies that you didn't quite like. Now, in stepping behind the camera in all these different roles, are there some of those things that you've really seen just you don't need, and some of them that you've kind of discovered, okay, now I see why they did that type of thing?
Oh yeah. I think if you read some of my interviews or the stuff that gets clickbaited, it sounds like I can't stand Kevin Dunn and the way he produced wrestling, but that's not the case. Kevin Dunn is, if you look at WrestleMania, he's made a footprint of the spectacle event. He's done wonderful things with production. And I like taking the things that I did get from WWE in my time there, the good ones, and bringing them into our production. But also, there's an aspect of production that is more sports based that Keith Mitchell brings that I love. I mean, you couldn't see a camera or a light on stage with tape on it, if that makes any sense. There's these things that were just outlawed. And these rules that I said, they're not pro wrestling rules, they're WWE rules. There's a grit and difference to the way Keith Mitchell produces our television, and Tim Walbert, our master director, directs it. And the thing I like the most is there is no, and it's something that's been very important to me as an EVP, and it's something that I include in every weekly debrief, because I debrief every show, is that the production and the talent, the production and the AEW staff are a family. You guys need to know each other's names. You guys don't need to bark at each other. These cameramen on the floor will become your best friend. And I've already seen people like Darby Allin learning to talk, with the cameramen and learning, hey, look for this and look for that. He's ahead of the curve. All the greats were able to do that. There's this time-honored, and I don't know why it's time-honored, element of like production and the creative pushback on each other. With us, with AEW, I will not allow it, and neither will Matt, Nick, Kenny, or Tony. We're a family, and we're going to be together every week. So I just really like how Keith Mitchell produces television. There's an element of danger and spontaneity and grit to it that I think belongs in wrestling.